Hey everybody inside the red, and welcome back to Lou Game Lunchtime Games Club. Right then, last we left off, train ride to the villa or whatever for the vacation party thing. Was it summer? I don't remember. Once on the train, we settled into a four-seater facing each other. Stacy and Katie both occupy window seats. Tiva taking the space beside the ladder. Okay. Bags knee overhead, as well as all is well and strangely quiet. Until Tifa let out a small huff, making eye contact with me. Yes. How can I help you? Her gaze flickers between Katie and Stacy, both of whom are staring blankly out the window. She mouths at me. This is way too quiet. Start talking. Me? But I don't have a problem with the silence, but sure, whatever. What are your plans for the summer, Tifa? Oh, the usual. Video games? Video games. Okay, actually, I think I could have guessed that. Oh, you don't. I glare at her. I thought you wanted me to start a conversation, done it so quickly. Tifa blushes, letting out an awkward cough. I sigh in reply. What about you, Katie? Me? Yeah, what are you into this summer? She looks thoughtful for a moment. I want to go to an amusement park. Katie's shoulders droop as she lets out a wistful sigh. But the experience won't be as pleasant without you guys. Cece is confused, breaking her gaze out the window to glance at Tifa and me. What is she talking about? Bolts, what are you talking about? Did I miss some kind of invite? Invite? I do not compute. If you don't think it'd be fun without us, why not go with us? Or invite us at least if you want to go. If you want us there so bad. I mean, if you want to meet up, just text whatever. I don't know about Pinky and Coda, but I might be free. Same here. I nod in agreement. Really? Yes? I mean, we pretty much just established that it's not like I have loads of plans. And I'm pretty much the same as Tifa, so there's that too. No life. I see. The conversation falls silent again. Hey, Stacy, are you okay? You seem a little quiet. I'm fine. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that she might be a little anxious about whether or not Alex is going to show up, and if she does, how that's going to go down. There's my 2 cents. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, okay. Just think about Alex, I guess. I wish she was here. Not much I can say to comfort her, considering I didn't know Alex very well in the first place. Or to take Stacy's hand. You don't worry about him or anything. It's fine. I'm glad you guys are here and everything. Did she not accept the cake then? Oh, she did. Honestly, she said she had some studying to do, but she did say maybe next time. Katie pouts, folding her arms into her chest. Still wish you'd have let us come see when you gave it to her. Sorry, Bolts. I thought I'd best to do it one-on-one, you know? I get it, but I still wanted to see her eat it. Katie. And it looks so yummy, too. I thought maybe Alex would share it. Katie! What? It was a whole cake. Not like she couldn't afford to share. That is completely out of line, young Don't worry, Tifa, it's fine. I'm sure Bolt isn't the only one who feels that way, but some moments are supposed to be private. Even Coder didn't come with me. Tifa lets out an exasperated sigh. If you say so. Well, anyway, I think Alex and I will be okay. And honestly, she squeezes my hand lightly, giving me a reassuring smile as she looks back out the window. Today's gonna be great, too. Music. After dropping off our bags at the villa, or I guess I should say with Stacy's housekeeper, we all changed our bathing suits and decided to go into the small town surrounding, before hitting the beach. That's more or less what I expected. Katie's mood finally bright. She's practically skipping as she flits ahead of us from stall to stall. I want a hermit crab. No. Oh, sweet. No. We're not buying any living things while on the boardwalk. Do you hear me? I look at Tifa, trying her best to chase Katie down. Should I intervene or... Focus, Bolts. We're here to play around. Also, frilly. Yeah, that makes sense. We specifically came here to shop for the weekend. For food for the weekend. Aw, don't be so hard on her. She doesn't get too many chances to hang out with friends away from school. Stacy scoffs as she walks, her hand still folded in mine. Look on the bright side. You have to worry about me. I'm still focusing. Much appreciated. But it's not going to help them get to the grocery store any faster. I look at Katie and the way Tifa trails behind her to make sure she's not breaking anything. Fair enough. Let's go to the local shop. Let's go relax back at the villa. We're supposed to be here shopping, so why not go to a shop? I don't like that would seem to be the yeah, shop. Which one? I look around the boardwalk, pointing to a shop at the far end. Not the organic place you wanted, but it'll get us back a lot faster than fighting Katie's look at everything Urges would. Stacy lets out a huffy sigh. You're right, and I hate it. As we arrive in front of the bodega, Stacy turns and places her hand on my chest. She looks further behind us down the boardwalk to see our noisy friends. I'm going in the shop. Can you try to wrangle those two over here? I don't even know what I'm buying since I couldn't get bolts settled down long enough for me to figure out what she wants for dinner. Pizza! Stacy responds without a beat, raising her voice so that Katie will hear her. I told you I'm not making you that. You're gonna get a proper meal if it's the last thing I do. Okay, Mom. Aw. I'll take care of it. Thanks. She glances around us for a long moment and her eyes narrowed. What? Just making sure the coast is clear. Clear for what? What do you think? Before I have a chance to finish, Stacy presses a quick, I almost combined the two words. A quick sweet kiss on my lips before disappearing into the shop, leaving me to go wrangle our two friends. Yes, it's very much. What was it? Oh, yes. Hey, you guys ready? Tifa gives me a long, suffering glance as she stands behind Katie in the line of the open-faced shop next door. Almost. We're just getting a souvenir. Oh. Honestly, I'm curious to what kind of souvenir she'd get. And by Tifa's expression, definitely falls in the so bad it's bad end of the spectrum. What did she choose? You don't even want to know. I'm pretty sure I do, which is why I asked, but when I ask Katie, she just looks at me expressionlessly. It's a secret. No. You don't get to do that. What is it? Elucidate. A secret souvenir. Affirmative. Tifa told me the item which I have purchased is great value and cannot be shown to anyone under any circumstances for fear they will be filled with so much jealousy that they could die. Are you sure you're just not embarrassed about whatever it is she's buying? What is it? I shoot Tifa an accusatory glare, but she looks away innocently, letting out a quiet whistle. She did, huh? Well, I promise I won't be struck with jealousy. Katie shakes her head at me chidingly before hitting me with a serious measured glare. Coda, an artifact of such power is not to be trifled with. Please do not ask me to see it again. I am trying to protect you. I almost bring up the fact that such a powerful artifact wouldn't be sold in the beach souvenir shop, but Tifa's glare shuts me up. Well, anyways, Stacy's ready for us to meet at the bodega. You guys ready to shop for dinner or what? Ready for pizza. Katie, Stacy already said we're not having... She trails off, trading glances with me. Let's just go. Okay, seriously, what the hell did she get? Like, did Tifa just convince her to buy something so she'd, behave? And that's why, because she's afraid if I saw it, then I'd be like, that's not special at all, and it ruined the thing, and the illusion, and blah, blah, blah. So, the figurative sugar pill. A placebo. There you go. We finish our shopping, Stacy grumbling the whole time as she rushes around the villa's kitchen, checking the stages of our dinner-making progress. It took a few successive votes, but our dinner turned out to be... pasta. Pretty unspectacular, but Katie wasn't going to relent on the whole pizza thing, and this is the best we could do. I flashed Stacy a reassuring smile, but she's not really having it. I can't believe it still took us long to get back. To be fair, if we didn't have to change our clothes before we started cooking, this whole process might not have been as slow. Understanding why doesn't make me less annoyed. Less talking, more chopping. Tifa's had a chuckle as she dices onions efficiently. Whatever you say, boss. Bolts, how's that tomato sauce coming along? You're still stirring, right? Affirmative, boss. Great. Maybe favorite Coda make sure that meat is cooked before she adds it in. Already checked. Good going. She checks on the pasta noodles, her step filled with a satisfied bounce. Everything's going to be perfect after all. I overhear her rumbled words, pausing beside her to question it. You keep saying stuff like that, but I'm not sure why I get why. Huh? Stuff like what? You want it to be special. Everything has to be perfect. I mean, it's just a clubs. We mess up. They're just a club. We mess up all the time together. Why should tonight be any different? Stacy freezes in place, turning slowly to look at me. Well, I guess you'll just wait and see, Coda. You're not. That's not what I. Maybe I'm being too forward. Maybe I'm being. What's the word? Maybe I have a preferred mind, but I would honestly be surprised if it's what I'm currently assuming it might possibly be, phrasing this in the most non-committal way I possibly can because I'm a little bitch. You'll definitely see. I tilt my head at the cryptic statement before nodding slowly. Okay? Taking a step towards the outdoor oven to check on the garlic bread, Stacy grabs a hold of my sleeve. Huh? Speaking of plans going perfectly, though, I'll need your cooperation with something. Huh? With what? Her gaze is still cryptic, but she smiles, cupping my cheek for a brief moment. Can you leave your door unlocked tonight? I was thinking I could drop by. Oh my god. I'm not as she lets go, distracted by the slightly alarming smell of bread about to cross the threshold from crunchy to burnt in the air. As I pull up from the oven just in time, Stacey goes back to checking the other workstations. Don't lock my door, dude. I wonder. Glancing over my shoulder at her smiling face, I can't help but stare at her curiously. Just what are you thinking? Shaking my head slightly to get rid of my own distracting thought, I started to slab the garlic bread in an extra layer of butter. Ooh, butter and bread. Oh. Only time will tell. Yeah. Conspiratorial smirk on her face there. Oh, that's a pretty old school looking TV though for a place that looks this swank. Night falls until I finally get back to my room in the villa after we spent the past 45 minutes cleaning the remnants of dinner. And by we, I mean just Stacy and I, considering that both Katie and Tifa fell dead asleep afterwards. Carbs. For Katie, I have to admit that I'm not exactly sure why she was so tired. Tifa, on the other hand, I can be sure that Tifa's exhaustion was probably due to a full day of committing to Katie sitting duty after presumably staying up all night playing video games. It occurs to me that Tifa was probably keeping her occupied on purpose so that we can get some time alone. She get her some snacks later to thank her. Snacks. Get her a case of Mountain Dew. I'm going to be really stereotypical about it. I start changing into my pajamas when I hear a quiet knock on the door. It cracks open before I can answer. I'm coming in. I'm not fully dressed yet. My pajama shirt's still in the bed as I tug at the pants and my bottoms to pull them up. As Stacy comes into the room, I run towards her with a somewhat nervous smile as I grab my shirt. Stacy, what's up? As she raises an eyebrow, she berates me in an incredulous tone. What's up? What do you mean, what's up? The glittering jewelry Stacy's wearing clinks together slightly as she leans forward in the bed, revealing a flash of the creamy white skin of her chest. I look away quickly. I guess I wasn't sure what to expect from me tonight. I did ask you to leave your door unlocked, didn't I? She sighs and slowly I look back toward her. Her expression is now a little less agitated and a little more nervous as her eyes travel up and down my body. I pull my shirt a little closer, feeling a little on edge from her intense staring. I feel like a piece of meat being sliced up over here and she's about to eat me raw. Does she feel embarrassed seeing me half naked? Or maybe it's not embarrassment per se. Sorry about that. Just give me a second and I'll... No. Leave it off. No, it's okay. It's okay. Stacy takes a step toward me with a resolute glimmer in her eyes. Coda, do you remember what I said that night we went on a date? What, that you were worried if Tifa flashed me, I'd go to her instead? I answered, missing a beat. You want me to wait for you until exams are over? She smiles at me. And to keep my eyes on you? Her grin widens even more, obviously pleased than I remembered. Not like I could forget. I couldn't forget that night even if I tried. Good. Now, keep watching. Slowly, Stacy reaches down and pulls the tights beneath her dress, peeling them away. I swallow thickly, unable to rip my eyes away from her. She shrugs off the dress. Hello! It falls, barely making a sound as it hits the ground. Bathed beneath the low light of the bedroom, she looks completely, utterly beautiful. I ingrin the sight before me in my mind as Stacy takes another step forward. Am I to assume by that dumbstruck look on your face that you like what you see? The sound of Stacy's confident voice brings me back to the planet Earth. Yeah, yes, yeah. Don't look down. Words can't even describe how stunning she looks right now. Stacy's lips curve upward in satisfaction as she moves even closer to me. She bats her eyelashes at me and teases. You're allowed to do more than just stare, you know. Her eyes flash suggestively. Coda may be about to get lucky tonight. Perhaps. If his quote-unquote luck holds. In fact, to try and see, I will roll. 14. Not bad. Her eyes flash suggestively. Not like I don't know. It's not like I don't know. I'm just still trying to get used to the fact that she's right here in front of me, lacy laundry and all. Stacy's expression softens a little as she whispers. I want to be with you, after all. That's okay with you, right? Wordlessly, I nod, reaching a shaky hand toward her. Boobs, thinking, brain empty. You could say something, dipshit. Okay. Just as my fingers touch her skin, she tenses and, in turn, so do I. Is she more nervous than she's letting on? Her face scrunches up and my stomach drops. Crap, I must have done something wrong. My mind scrambles to think of what I can do to fix this. Listen, Stacy, Stacy lets out a loud sneeze, then relief surges through me. It was just a sneeze. I didn't mess up after all. Nerves must be getting to me, too. I can't help but laugh a bit, earning myself a glare from Stacy. Her soft-looking lips pucker up into a pout, and I get the sudden urge to tease her just a little. I don't know. Help her relax. Feeling cold. Well, I mean, did say he wanted to tease, and I'm honestly not even or odd. Oh, huh. All right. Well, I'm gonna pop a save just in case, because I actually rolled even this time. Just in case this is the wrong answer. I decided against teasing her. Instead, I should probably be trying to help her relax. I start to rub gentle circles on her back. Something with the softness of her skin makes me want to touch her more, and something does. Something does it? And my arms tighten around her almost involuntarily. How's that feel? Not good enough for you to stop just yet. But if all you do is hold me, we'll be here all night. Stacy pulls away, and for a split second I'm worried I might have actually done something wrong this time. Not what the safety save was for. But she gives me a playful smile before she pushes me down to the bed with one hand. Oh! Before I can sit up, she climbs over me, roughly pinning me down. Okay, then. Hovering above me, Stacy's beautiful eyes stare directly into mine. Hey, Coda, you want to be with me too, right? I wrap my arms around her once more, and pull her flush against me, giving her a reassuring squeeze. I do. Good. She buries her face in the crook of my neck and sighs happily. Her lips brush against my neck, sending a shiver of anticipation down my spine. You smell good, Coda. Take your word for it. I don't want to say thank you? You too? Nothing seems right. It's about as socially awkward as I am. That's a little painful. Nothing seems right, so I say nothing, trailing my hand slowly up and down her back in gentle circles. In this case, saying nothing might be better than saying the wrong thing. Well, I stand there for a little bit before she rides the look in my eyes once again. Coda? Yeah? Stacy gives me a cute but somewhat smug grin, giggling a little as she speaks. You know this means I won, right? Confused, I blink at her. Won? What is she talking about? Do we have a competition or something I forgot about? Seeing I don't get what she's talking about, Stacy elaborates in a teasing tone. I told you not to come crawling after me. Oh. That's what she's talking about. Feels like it's been forever since we had that conversation in the club room on that first fateful day. I laugh a little and reach over to poke her cheek with my finger. Aren't you the one who came crawling after me? She frowns slowly, thinking of what I just said. Shut up. Ha! Make me. She smirks. Gladly. I have a feeling what's going to happen is going to result in more noise and never mind. Stacey leans forward and, okay, there's that, and presses her lips to mine in a soft, silencing kiss. After a moment, she pulls away, looking quite satisfied with herself. See? I win again. Is this a competition? If that's what you want, but I'll just tell you right now. I don't lose. Ever. I laugh again and tighten my arms around her. Fine. How about we make a deal? I wait for her answer, and she gives me an expectant look, waiting for me to continue. Instead of saying who crawled to who, we just say that we love each other. Stacey rolls her eyes at me. How is it a deal? I already know you love me. Do you? I half expected her to answer confidently, but instead I see a flicker of worry in her eyes. That was probably a bad joke. Yeah! I lean up as much as I can and press my lips to her forehead. I do. I promise. Stacey's lips pucker up in a pout, and she continues to glower at me. What about you? She doesn't answer right away, and I get the feeling that's sort of getting back at me for teasing her a little. That's fine, though. Yeah. I can wait all night if I have to. Finally, she gives me an exaggerated sigh and rolls her eyes. Of course I love you. I grin a little victoriously at her confession. She ignores me, though, and leans in and whispers. But you best ready to prove that you love me? That's fine. Got all night. Good. And then she closes the distance between us with a searing kiss. Stacey Route. End. Oh. Thank you for playing. I hope you enjoyed. I did! Be sure to start a new game, discover alternate routes. Yeah, so, I mean, I figured pretty easily how I'd probably end up in Tifa's route. How do I end up in Alex's? Thank you very much for watching, if you indeed did, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in whatever the hell I do next. More of this or something else. Well, we'll see.